So this is the laboratory orientation for biochem nursing. In case that you don't have a professor yet, I would like you to listen to this recording. So para ma- malasan yung burden ng assigned professor sa inyo. And you will be able to be ready on the discussions na. Okay, so again, this is a biochemistry laboratory for nursing, and this is actually an introduction to the chemical concepts behind biological processes involving biomolecules, such as your carbohydrates, your sugars, lipids, fats, proteins, and as well as your nucleic acids, which are the DNA or the RNA. So we will focus on the functionality of the structures. Anong kinalaman ng structures ng mga biomolecules? Why they have certain properties? For example, carbohydrates. Are they polar in water molecules? Are they non-polar in water molecules? As well as lipids, proteins, and as well as nucleic acids. Okay? So for the laboratory, you have 2 units of laboratory and 108 hours of time. So you will meet twice a week, 3 hours per day. Okay? So in total, per week, you have 6 hours. Twice a week ang meeting niya. So we want you to understand concepts of inorganic and organic chemistry, which are highly related to biomolecules or the biochemical systems, and relate its structural characteristics to its physical, chemical, and of course, biological properties. Bakit may mga carbohydrates na nagre-react sa iodine, for example? Bakit may mga carbohydrates na nag-react sa ganitong qualitative test? So, in laboratory, we will deal mostly with qualitative tests. For example, identification of an unknown sample. Anong type kaya siya ng sugar or carbohydrate? And of course, pwede ding unsaturation and saturation of the lipid samples. As well as you will have to extract DNA from plant sample and human chick cells as well. Okay, so we want you to familiarize some of the basic techniques in biochem in the laboratory. So you have to gather and interpret experimental data to draw pertinent conclusions. Okay? So our primary reference is actually Seeger and Stuker. Your secondary reference is Bettelheim. So you only have maximum number of allowable absences, which is only 20% of the total number of hours in a semester. You will only have 8 days of absences. Pwede lang kayong ma-absent ng 8 araw. Students who exceed the maximum number, which is 8, will be automatically dropped from the class. 3 lates are equivalent to 1 absences. And you have 15 minutes grace period. Okay, for the course requirements, 50% will be the major exams. So that will be your midterm and final exams for the laboratory, which is 100 points in total. You also have 15% of the lab reports. This will include your pre-lab quiz, pre-lab sheet, data sheet, and of course, your post-lab sheet. So, 15% will be class participation. You will be graded for your lab performance during experiment. For example, how do you do proper protocol? Nakasuot ba kayo ng PPE during the experiment? Kayo ba ay malinis mag-experiment? Wala bang kalat? Wala bang nakabasag? Those are including your lab performance. And of course, group reporting. Yes, you have to report your data. So all of your lab reports will be discussed during the group reporting. So including your pre-lab sheet, data sheet, and of course, post-lab sheet. Next, chapter exam will be 10%, which are your quizzes, around 30 points per chapter quiz. And 10% of your grade will be the assignments and of course the seat perks. Please do remember that 50% of your midterm grade and 50% of your final grade will be a total of a lab grade. And your semestral grade will be 50% of the lec grade plus 50% of the lab grade will be your final encoded semestral grade. Please do remember that combined lec and lab grades po tayo for the biochem or the MTY 1109. For example, in lecture, mababa ka, you have to make sure that you have a higher grade than laboratory to satisfy the requirement, which is D. Okay? Tatandaan ha. Or vice versa. Kung mababa ka sa lab, you have to make sure na mataas ang grade mo sa lecture to at least satisfy the grade D. Okay? So these are the grade equivalents which are mandated by the FEU. Okay. So in terms of late submission policy, assignment deadlines must be strictly adhered to as time management. So students will only be given 5 days for late submissions, including your lab reports. Except for the PLAB sheet ha, deduction of 10% each day late from the marks awarded. For example, August 15 is the deadline for your data sheet and post-lab. And you submitted on August 16 and your score is around 40 points out of 60. So, since 1 day late ka, your 40 points will have 10% deduction. For example, you submitted not on August 16 but August 17. 2 days late ka, ang deduction mo sa 40 ay 20%. Pag August 18 naman, ang deduction mo sa 40 ay 30%. And so on, until only for 5 days. Okay? Later than the 5 days, you will be marked already as 0. You should also have UHS certified medical certification for late assignment, late quizzes, and late lab sheets. Okay? Hindi kami tatanggap ng walang valid reason kung bakit hindi ka nakapag-submit ng time na yon. Okay? Policy in terms of the chapter exam or the quiz. Absent due to medical concerns, there should be a UHS certified medical certificate for special exam. With UHS certification within the 7 days after the submission or after this exam, no deduction. Pero if you submit 8 to 14th day after the exam, 10% deduction. But if you did not submit beyond the 14 days, you will be given 0 for your quiz or chapter exam. And yes, tatanggap kami ng reason na may namatay or may pumanaw po due to family member death only up to 2nd degree. Lolo, lola, and immediate pinsan. So with that certificate, within 7 days, no deduction. Pero 8 to 14 day na after the exam or quiz, 10% deduction. So no death certificate beyond the 14 days, 0 yung score nyo sa quiz. Okay? Again, It is the student's responsibility to communicate with the instructor regarding your assessments. Again, kayo po ang magre-request sa amin, hindi kami ang magpapaalala sa inyo na nakamiss ka ng quizzes. Okay? Again, it is your responsibility to communicate with your instructor for your miss assessment, such as quizzes and submissions. Okay, in terms of experiment absent policy, absent ka due to medical concern, you should have UHS certified medical certificate. So with UHS certification, within the 7 days, no deduction in submitted lab sheets as well as pre-lab quiz. For the lab performance, you have two choices. Choice 1, you have to participate in other sections lab and be graded with the lab performance by the attending professor. Another choice for you, if hindi ka makahanap ng other section na makikipag-participate ka ng experiment na hindi mo nagawa, you can watch a recorded lab experiment given by your professor, but you can only have the 50% of the base score ng group lab performance nyo. Okay? Again, no UHS certification, 0 on pre-lab quiz, all lab sheets, as well as lab performance. Okay? So this will be the topic. This will be the proposed timeline. So our first week will have orientation and lab safety. And for the second day, you have to listen to the recorded discussion of the chemical writing and nomenclature. As you can see, there are 3 topics that is under the recording discussions. This is actually not part of biochem. It is an added topic from your high school chem that is needed para maintindihan ng biochem. Okay? So, these are basic high school chem na will be just a recall. That's why it is recorded. However, your professor will be having reinforcements about this topic. Hindi lang basta-basta kinig sa inyo yung video discussions at home, may mga reinforcement din yan. And may assigned chapter quiz din ito mga recorded discussions. Okay? So the recorded discussions are the introduction to inorganic chem and organic chem, types of inorganic and organic reactions, and as well as the chemical writing and nomenclature. So all of these are included on your first chapter quiz. Okay? Which is around the third quiz. So, si professor na ang bahalang mag-assign kung anong date yung chapter quiz niyo. Okay? Next. So, the start of your experiments will be around the 4th week. Your first experiment will be qualitative test for proteins. The second one will be enzyme activity of invertase using Baker's yeast. You will see how enzymes perform in different conditions, such as temperature, such as pH, such as substrate concentration as well. And the last experiment for the midterms is the qualitative test for carbohydrates. Okay? And the last topic natin for midterms is the lipid structure and functions. So you will see how lipids behave. Are they polar or non-polar? What are their characteristics? What are the functions of lipids in the body? What are cholesterol? Are they good? Are they bad? Bakit may tinatawag na mga bad cholesterol? Bakit may tinatawag na mga good cholesterol? What are hormones as well? So those are the discussions in the lipid structure and functions. Okay? So for the 8th week, you will have your completion week. This will be the time for you to have your siguro si professor magkakabol ng lessons due to um, cancellation of classes, ito rin yung time na pwede pa kayong mag-submit. Final time, pwede pa mag-request for late quizzes, late submissions, and so on. Okay? And our midterm exam week is around October 7 to October 12. Okay? There will be a proper announcement on Canvas ahead of time for the midterm exam week. And your grade consultation week is the 10th week, which is around October 14 to 19. Again, you do not have any time to request. Wala na kayong chance para makapag-request pa ng any other day but with the grade consultation week. Isang linggo tong request kayo ng concerns nyo sa grades kay teacher. Okay? Tatandaan ha, inalaan ng week na to para mag-request ng concern sa grades nyo, sa standing sa grades. Okay? Now, next, our topic for the finals exam will be lipid metabolism. What happens to lipids inside your body, how it is being digested, how does it help to convert ATP, and so on. The fourth experiment will be qualitative tests for lipids. What are the different tests in identifying if a sample is a lipid or not? If a lipid is saturated or unsaturated. And of course, we will have discussion on nucleic acid structure and function, your DNA and RNA. And of course, 2 experiments regarding DNA extraction. And last of the topic will be the central dogma. Okay? And the last one will be completion week ulit. So it's your chance again to submit late submissions and late quizzes. Your final exam week will be around December 9 to December 14. Again, after the final exam week, grade and coding na po. Wala na po tayong consultation week. That's why we endorse to you that you use your 10th week to request for a grade consultation. Pwede rin naman sa completion week to check your standing, you have the right to ask your professor for the transparency of your scores and grade. Okay? However, after the final exam, grade on coding na po. Okay? Wala na po tayong chance makapag-request ng standing natin. Okay? So these are the chapter exams for your quizzes. Again, for the dates of this chapter quizzes will be prerogative of your laboratory professor. Siya na mag-assign kung kailan. For the chapter exam 1, included are all of the recorded discussions such as chemical writing, introduction to inorganic chem and organic chemistry, introduction to inorganic and organic reactions. Okay? So for the second exam, these are all your experiments. Worth 30 points. And the last one for the midterms will be your lipid structure functions. Okay, next the chapter exams for your finals. Lipid metabolism. Experiment form will be qualitative tests for lipids, which are 30 points. Chapter 5 will be the nucleic acid and the 2 experiments, 30 points then. And lastly, the chapter exam 6 will be the central dogma, 30 points then po. Again, it is the prerogative of the professor to give a schedule for these chapter exams. Okay, for the consultation week, use your 10th week for the grade consultations. Use this week to discuss any grade-related concerns with your professor. There will be no consultation period after the finals exam kasi grade and coding na po. But you may use the 17th week to address any questions about your grades or submit your late assignments and other submissions. Okay? If you have concerns about your final encoded grades, you should contact the chemistry coordinator, Ms. Pamela Ruth, via email. Okay, so additional details will be students will be grouped into 5 to 6 group depending on the class size. Um, so si Prof na ang group sa inyo. Each student must have their own lab gowns. This is a requirement. White in color, 3/4 knee length. Nitrile gloves and mask. As well as another is the goggles. Okay, kailangan po natin ng goggles. Another requirement, name tags. You should have a name tag on the back of your lab gown. Surname, then your first name. Pwedeng masking tape na malaki or pwede yung sulatan na lang ng pentel yung lab gown nyo. Pwede rin kayo magpa-borda. Whatever you want. Okay? Basta may name tag ang likod ng lab gowns. Lab kit should always be brought during experiment classes. So, lab kit is by group po. So, pre-lab sheet should always be submitted before the experiment starts. Okay. So, for example, August 15, 4:30 p.m. ang klase natin, experiment. Dapat on August 15, 4:30 p.m., you should already have your lab gowns, PPE, including your gloves and masks and goggles. You should have your pre-lab sheet. Answered na ha, answered. And of course, your lab kit. At 4:30 p.m. before mag-start ang experiment. Remember, no lab gown, no pre-lab, no lab kit, no experiment. You will have a 0 on lab performance, 0 sa pre-lab quiz, and 0 to all of your lab sheets such as pre-lab sheet, data sheet, and post-lab. Okay? So these are the contents of your lab kits. So dapat kompleto to ha. Kompletuhin to. Including goggles. Yes, requirement ang goggles sa inyo nursing. Okay? So ito yung itsura ng tackle box. 1 per group. So reminder and laboratory reports. Pre-lab report or pre-lab sheet should be submitted before the experiment proper. Data sheets and post-lab questions can be submitted after the experiment, the next meeting. Okay, so, but please do remember that your data in post-lab should be signed by your professor. Unsigned or forged data will not be accepted, automatically 0. So, automatically 0. Okay, so please also remember that you will be graded by your lab performance. How do you do during experiment? May naglalaro ba? May nakabasag ba? May nakaspill ba ng mga chemicals? Tapos ba on time mag-experiment? Will be graded by your skills, organization and cleanliness, cooperation, and punctuality. So the group will be assigned to a specific topic to discuss the pre-lab, data sheets, and post-lab questions of the experiment. So for the midterm, you have 1 reporting per group. So group 1 and 2 will be assigned to experiment 1, qualitative test for proteins. Group 3 and 4 will be assigned to experiment 2, enzymatic activity of invertase using Baker's yeast. And group 5 and 6 will be assigned to the experiment 3, qualitative test for carbohydrates. And for finals, yes, 1 reporting again. Group 5 and 6, experiment 4, qualitative test for lipids. Group 3 and 4, DNA extraction from plant samples. Group 1 and 2, experiment, DIY DNA extraction from human chick cells. So the content of your group reporting will be evaluated through content, organization, presentation, question, and answer, and as well as time limit.